Hey, it's Andy at FantasyPros again. Today we're going to take a quick look at the new Draft Wizard Draft Analyzer. As you can see here, I've completed my mock draft simulation. I'm going to click to projected standings here. We recently rolled out a major update to the Draft Analyzer, which is a hugely important part of Draft Wizard. As you can see here, I just completed my mock draft simulation. I got an A-, which is a 92 out of 100. And you can see the summary of how I did here. My projected standings based on the score assigned to each team in the mock draft. You could view it by overall, starters, and bench. You can also see your positional ranks here. So overall positional rank, I'm second, starters and bench, and obviously breakdown by position on the roster. And this is an exciting new part of the Draft Analyzer, which is called Draft Insights. Draft Insights gives you a quick overview of all the different things that either went right or went wrong with your draft. As you can see here, there's one called the top player that shows you if you've drafted one of the top 3 players at any given position. A what if scenario, which we'll dive into later. If you drafted one player over another player, how it would have improved your overall score. Buy alerts, sleeper alerts if you drafted a player that is on our consensus sleeper rankings. We'll also show you reaches and steals, and which experts, which have their rankings on FantasyPros, liked your draft the best. Andy Behrens of Yahoo Sports apparently liked my draft the best out of all other experts. So we'll take a look at the other tabs here. Expert Opinions is totally new. It'll show you a breakdown of the 5 experts that liked your draft the most and the 5 experts that disliked your draft the most. With each one of these experts, it'll show you a breakdown of which players they liked out of your draft, as well as which players they disliked that you drafted. So Andy Behrens here clearly liked that I selected Nick Chubb, Allen Robinson, and Chris Godwin. And Nicholas, you over here, didn't like that I chose Chris Godwin and Corey Davis. This is a great way to find out about different experts, as well as discover the experts whose rankings may jive the most with your draft style or draft preference. And if you mouse over any of these expert profiles here, you can get some more information about the expert as well as how to find them on social media. Next up, we'll take a look at steals and reaches. A steal here is what we qualify as any player who you drafted 2 rounds after where they've been ranked. We also have value picks, which are players you draft 1 round after their ECR, reaches, and slight reaches. You can also view the steals and reaches. This current view is by team. You could view it by round or by position. So you could take a look here and see that the only steal I really got was Evan Ingram, but there is this team here that clearly got a lot of nice late round steals. It's a great way to understand where you can pick up better player value throughout the draft. Next up is pick analysis. Pick analysis is a totally new feature this year. What we've done is we go through and we analyze all the different draft combinations and give you a couple of different scenarios, these kind of what-if scenarios. For example, here, if I drafted Devontae Adams and Javonte Williams over Nick Chubb and Corey Davis, my team score would have gone up by about 37 points. You can see all the different player kind of what-if scenarios here if I drafted players 1 and 2 over players X and Y. And when you click on this, it'll show you what your starting lineup would look like with those what-if players. Next up is team strengths, a great graphical view of how each of your players by position stack up to the rest of your league. There's a cool spider chart here. Obviously, the greater the area that is covered in the spider chart, the better your overall team rank. And this is broken down by starters and bench. Obviously, here you have the player breakdown by position. And down here, you could see how that looks in a nice table by position as well. It'll highlight your players for each position and where they're ranked overall. And then, of course, we have the draft board updated to be a little bit more colorful and hopefully provide better contrast and better viewability to see what your draft results were. And, of course, throughout all of this, our premium users can use the Pick Expert feature to select different experts. Let's say I want to go with the top 20 overall from 2020 draft accuracy, hit apply, and that will apply those experts' rankings to the analysis. And there you go. This is the new draft analyzer for Draft Wizard, launched very recently. Most of these features are available for our free and premium users. If you have any questions, hit us up on Twitter or check out our new Discord server for both free and premium users. And if you need help at any time, check us out at support.fantasypros.com. Thank you.